an experienced photographer who's done this for a certain amount of time are so crucial. Because if you hand someone, so we all been out in public, where we ask a stranger off the street, like, hey, can you take a picture for me? You might have the top-notch iPhone, right? Great camera quality. You ask them to take a picture of you. They give you the phone back, and it's terrible. It's either terrible because the lighting is bad, where the sun is behind you, so you've had so your face is just completely, shadowed out. Mm-hmm. They might be a little bit shorter than you, so they're taking photos from below, and so now that like third chin is showing. So as photographers, we're aware of those things. We know that lighting makes sense. Mm-hmm. We know that for certain individuals, angles make sense. Right. We know that, hey, when we're doing group photos, and I'll think back at the time, I was doing a group photo, and I believe there was 3 couples and 2 single individuals. Well, in that instance, I might know not to put the couples all on one side and the single folks on the other side, because it might make them feel like, it might make them feel some kind of way that like I've like excommunicated them. So it's all these sorts of things that a trained, experienced photographer, it's way more than just point and shoot. It's way more than just point and shoot.
That's what we think it is, right?
Yeah.
That's why everybody with a camera phone now.
Yeah.
And the filters. And
yeah.
I have never used a filter a day in my life. My thing is this. Now tell me this. Haven't you ever seen a picture of a person and then when you see them in public, you're like, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I don't ever want anybody to ever. I'm single, so when I put my picture out on the dating app, I don't use a filter. Okay? This is what you get. This is what you see
so that I know
at 2 in the morning. Look,
so when you swipe right, I know what you expected.
Ghost face killer at 2 in the morning. This is what it looks like.
You're absolutely right about that. And I was going to mention something. So the other key aspect, and this is, as a photographer, I've done a lot of photos where you have to anticipate moments.
Yeah.
Anticipate movement. So for the authors out there who, let's say you're at a book signing event, right? And there's people coming up to you, you're signing, you're engaging with the audience, et cetera, et cetera. A non-experienced person with a phone or a camera, they might just be clicking away, hoping that they get a shot. Mm-hmm. As a photographer, you anticipate moments. So I anticipate that, Faris, if you're sitting down and I see an individual walking through the door and they have a pen in their hand, I know the shutter speed for my camera, the milliseconds it might take from when I click the button to when it captures the photo. So I anticipate, I see that person walking through the door, they're headed to you with the pen. I know there's a moment that's about to happen. And so I take that picture fractions of a second before they start engaging with you, and then I can freeze that moment in time. It's so much that we have to anticipate as a photographer to make sure that we capture those moments and tell those stories. Authors, you think about your family, if your family and the family books that they might have, when if someone asks, hey, why are photos important? They tell a story. Mm-hmm. They tell a story. They tell a story of your author journey. They tell a story of where your audience is at and things, and how they're going to follow you along the process over the years.
So how important would you say photos are for you documenting your journey?
Critical, 100%. You have to build it into your budget. I mean, you're paying for revisions. You're paying for revisions and other collateral. Photography has to be there. It can't be an afterthought.